What's up, guys? Yeah, today's gonna be a good day again. We're out on the land. Well, we're heading to the land, I should say. We're gonna go check some trail cameras. I've got several that I have not checked yet, and then we're also gonna put another one up in a kind of the far reaches of the farm. So that'll be kind of good to see what's over on that general area. I haven't had cameras in there at all this year, so this will be the first one, and I've got to get something up. I'm thinking I'm gonna implement another mock scrape and drop the camera over that, but we'll see. See what it kind of looks like, see what kind of sign we find. Right now I'm rolling in the Jeep. You guys might recognize that a little bit. I'll put the link up here to the video where I introduced the Jeep. We're just getting close to the land right now. It's cool. I think I showed you guys the thermometer. It's 41 degrees today, and it's middle of the day right now. I should have been bow hunting. I have not been out yet. I've been battling a cold for like the last 2 weeks. I got a cough right now, so I apologize if I sound kind of funny. But I figured I didn't want to risk it bow hunting and maybe blowing up some of my spots by coughing and making noise. So just not taking the chance. Plus I kind of wanted to get some recon, see what's going on with these cameras and see if I see any bucks that, you know, are moving in daylight that I'd like to shoot. So I'm going to check that out, and it might give me a little bit more intelligence to see, you know, where I'm going to sit, when, and, you know, if I'm going to even go after something right now or what. But I'll probably get in the tree here real shortly. I'm guessing within the next week or so I'll be out a little bit. I'd also like to get a couple does. We've got a lot of does down here, and it'd be nice to get one of those and get some more venison for the year. But we're almost to the spot. We're gonna hop out in a minute and pop up this first camera, and then we'll run around to the other side of the farm and pull down those cards, and then I'll take them home and show you guys what I find. So stick with me, and I'll be back to you guys in a minute here. Whew, I'm out of breath, but I'm heading up this hill to get to where I want to put this camera. I already ran into another nice scrape right here. It seems like there's been a decent amount of activity going up this trail. It used to be an old tractor road, and it's kind of grown up quite a bit now, but we'll have to get it mowed out, I think, soon, so I can get in and out a little bit easier with walking to my stand. But good sign, you know, nice looking scrape right here. We keep moving. Usually they walk this road up and down. It's kind of a point in between two big ravines. It goes up to a cornfield on top, so it's kind of attractive place for them to walk and kind of move through. But I'm going to keep on moving up here. It's still pretty thick, but leaves are dropping fast. You can kind of see they're changing quite a bit, and it's looking good. So I'm going to keep moving, try to get this camera up here. Well, here's the setup, guys. Kind of what I'm going to do is there's actually a scrape here already, and I've had scrapes underneath a couple of these other trees right here. I actually have a stand, and it's pretty close for this scrape, but I usually have a stand up in this tree. I think I showed it way back this spring, taking it down, kind of some of the tricks I was using to get the stand down. But I still have some screw-in steps. This is private land, so I can use those. But I usually have a stand way up there, and I know this is pretty close. You know, it's probably 10 yards or something, which is a little too close for comfort, but if the wind's right, it should be okay. This is still that travel route up and down, and the cornfield's maybe 100 yards up this way, and then there's big ravines on both sides of thick, nasty stuff where they like to bed and hide in. So I'm going to freshen up this scrape that was already here. I'm just going to rip it all up and just tear everything up as much as I can, and then I'm going to pop the camera over on that tree, the tree that the limb's actually from, and that should be about the right distance for me for this camera. So I'm going to get going on that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, I'm super excited about this spot. Just made a magnum scrape here. Just ripped it up, expanded on what had already been kind of worked up. It did rain yesterday, all day, and last night, so the ground was pretty soft. I came in here, just ripped it with a branch, and then I wore gloves today, which is good. I didn't have to touch a licking branch. It was already set up, and then I just tossed the branch down, you know, quite a ways away, even though I had clean gloves on. I set the camera up over there. It's one of my old Moultries, but it seems to work well. The battery lasts a long time. The pictures aren't the greatest, but they're good enough for what I use it for. So I set it up. It should be the right amount of distance. Looks like it's set up perfectly to check this huge scrape. Did urinate in it again like last time, so we'll see if that makes a difference, but I have a feeling that they're going to hit this thing and keep working it over. I'll come back and check it either later this week or in about a week and see what's going on over here. I wish I could get a couple more cameras up over in this spot, but today I can't. I don't have time. I'm actually running a little late today, so I'm gonna have to hustle over to the other spot and get all the cameras pulled. But yeah, really excited about this. I'm feeling good about it. I think we're gonna have some good activity over here. But I'm gonna head back out to the Jeep and get around to the other side of the farm and pull those cards and swap them out, and we'll see what's going on over there. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. All right, guys, we made it to the other side of the farm. I am on a time crunch now, so I am booking it. And I'm gonna get up and at least check a couple of these cameras. There's one I probably won't get to today, but I'll get that sucker checked out in the next couple days. I have to move it as well. I also did get another one of the fence posts. I think I was right here talking about it last time, but I got one more of those, so I can pop up another one of my DIY stakes. So that'll help me out kind of positioning these cameras. But right now I'm just gonna head down, hoof it up this hill, and get up and check out those mock scrapes that I made last time, and we'll see if they've been hitting them, and we'll see what kind of pictures we got. So I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, guys, here's the first one that we put up. I'll link to that video here. It was the last video that I popped up, but it looks like they've been hitting this scrape a bit. You can kind of see there's some fresh activity in here just from this morning since it rained yesterday. I may hit it one more time with a stick and try to get it scraped out a little bit better, just to kind of freshen it up. I might give that a try, but I'm gonna pull this card and we'll see what's on there. It does look like they've been hitting this scrape a little bit here too, so kind of good. There's some fresh activity in the area. We'll see what we picked up, but I'm gonna pull the card now and get on over to the next spot. All right, guys, pop that card out. It said there were 53 pictures, so we'll see what's on there. Not a ton, but it's been about a week, a little over a week. So maybe we'll catch something. It does look like the scrape was hit, so there's got to be something on there. I did freshen it up a little bit, scraped it out a little bit with another stick and stuff, and now I'm heading on to the next one. Well, guys, this one doesn't look to me like it's been hit very much. I'm not positive on that, but I don't see much activity, at least nothing real fresh in here. We'll see what we got for pictures. The good news is the camera's still here. I worry about this because this just is where my bear activity was really rampant before, but we'll see how many pictures we got on here. 262, so it's likely we had something on here. I don't know what, but we'll shut the camera off, pull the card, and I'll freshen up the scrape a little bit, see if we can get it working, and we'll find out. Well, I got that guy all freshened up, grubbed it out a little bit more, got it down to bare dirt, did urinate in it again. We'll see if that makes a difference. We got the card swapped, and now I'm gonna head home. I got, like I said, I'm running on a time crunch, so I'm gonna have to pull a Cameron Hanes and run out of here, but I'm nowhere near the man that Cameron Hanes is. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get home. At least it's downhill, and we'll pop those cards in and see what we got. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Well, I made it back to the Jeep, guys, and let me tell you, I need to do more cardio. I work out like 6 or 7 days a week, lift weights, but just don't do cardio. And any jogging like that and stuff just kills me. I need to get going on that. The only cardio I do is I'll do a 5K a couple times in the summer, and that's about it. So really not that good, but yeah, made it back to the Jeep, running late, so gonna hop in here, head home, and start looking at the pictures. So I'm starting with the last camera that I pulled that I said didn't look like it had much scrape activity. Evidently the scrape was hit a few times. Here's a young deer that showed up and was hitting that scrape. He kind of, you can see him, he was kind of urinating in the scrape. I think I got a couple pictures in the sequence, but cool looking young deer. You know, give him a couple years. The next deer that showed up, now this is a little bit better looking deer. Looks to be, it's hard to tell, but I'm guessing like a 3-year-old, but it's kind of a cool picture. I like the way it looks. It must have been either late evening or early morning. One thing I do have to do is adjust the time and date on these cameras. Both of them actually, they're both way off. I thought I did that, but good looking deer. I think I've got pictures of him coming up, so I'll show you guys. So the rest of these pictures are off the first camera that I pulled, that cutty back, and that scrape looked like it was hit more, and going by the camera pictures, it definitely was. Here's a young buck that was hitting the scrape. Looks to be like a little 9-pointer, but pretty cool. It's nice to see him hitting that thing, and the mock scrape seems to be working. So that's, the proof is right here. Here's kind of a bonus critter that showed up. This is actually the first fisher that I've seen on this property. We do have them on some of the other farms, but I've never seen one on this area, so it's kind of cool to see. I haven't seen one in the tree or anything either, but this seems to be the first one showing up. Again, here's another younger deer using this scrape. You know, I should mention it again, but the date and time is way off on this camera. That's one of my pet peeves, and I don't know why. I thought I double checked them, but apparently both are wrong, so I'll have to fix that when I go back down. Kind of makes things a pain to be able to tell what days and times they're using these scrapes. But here's another picture of a young deer working the scrape. I think this guy I've got several pictures of, but you can tell he's getting after it, and it seems like that mock scrape's really doing the trick. I mean, I've had really good success with them before, and it's just nice to be able to pull those deer in and get them in front of the camera. Here's a couple of different pictures of him, but he seems to be hitting that one quite frequently, so hopefully he sticks around a couple more years. We'll see. This was the last and certainly the best deer that was hitting that scrape. I think it's the same deer that was in the picture from the first camera at a distance, and this is kind of a better look at what he looks like, but definitely a nice looking deer. I'm guessing a 3-year-old. Just kind of looks like that, but I could be wrong. He may be 4, but just kind of looks like a 3 to me. I don't know if I have history with him. I haven't gone back yet to look at the pictures. I just kind of am taking a look at these for the first time now, but definitely a good looking deer. I'd like to get some better looks at him, and it's nice to see a good deer like this though hitting those scrapes. I mean, again, kind of testament that they're working. They just seem to pull those deer in, and it's a great tactic, you know. Aside from running corn in front of them, it's the best way I've found to actually get deer in, and it's low maintenance, and you can actually hunt some of those scrapes if you'd like to as well. I don't typically hunt the ones that I have a camera right over, but in the one case that I put up earlier today, I may do just that. So definitely a good tool. Well, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for today. We did see some pretty decent deer on those pics. As I showed you guys, you know, there was one good looking deer, probably a 3-year-old, 9-point. Looks to be a really nice deer. Picked him up on both of those cameras, which they're probably a couple 100 yards apart. You know, the one scrape, a little bit disappointed, didn't seem like it got any activity on it, and that was the one that I checked last. It's kind of in a spot where they really don't usually scrape under those trees, and they probably aren't walking right past it, so that's to be expected. But I freshened it up. Hopefully they find it and hit it a little bit more as the month of October goes on. Seems like the scraping activity will just increase until that first week or so of November, so should be good. The other one, they were hitting good. That, you know, aside from the couple deer that I showed you guys, there were a couple small, you know, 1.5-year-old deer and stuff up there. The does were nosing around in it, so seems like they're hitting that one, and that's good. So hopefully pick up some more deer on it. But anyways, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care. Catch you guys soon.